What up? The shizzle. I'm gonna make a motherfucking video on this MrBeast guy. This MrBeast dude. I don't know, I watched a few videos. The only thing I could really come up with is this guy, is this shit for real? Is he really giving away this money? Blah blah blah. Could this dude be an actor? Could it be an act? Could it be somebody else's money and he's just an actor? Could it be his money and it's real? Could the whole thing be fake and he's an actor and all the people are just actors? What if? I don't fucking know. I found a couple of videos to help me out. Maybe I'll close it out with a few my actual thoughts on the whole MrBeast experiment. I will tell you before we start, I think it's fishy. I think it's very fishy, and I just don't know. I don't trust it. I don't think you should trust it either.
MrBeast is a false prophet, not the true son of the Lord, like I am. Anyone who worships him will burn in the deepest pit of hell, alongside LS Mark subscribers. It's the Lord's wish that his influence be vanquished for the salvation of his 18 million subservient heathen.
Well, you know what they say about Jesus. People hated him because he spoke the truth.
Burn in the deepest pit of hell.
MrBeast is an extremely popular figure, rivaling even the highest echelon of the YouTube crowd.
The bougiest of
YouTube personalities.
His channel currently stands at a staggering 19 million, and while the overall appearance of his channel and videos might not stand out a whole lot from the physical aesthetic of other channels his size, MrBeast, Jimmy Donaldson, has a very unique spin on things that isolate him off from other channels in this vein of YouTube. That being, most of his videos in concept rely on the idea of using an insane amount of money to either accomplish a task that would not be possible otherwise, or giving said money to other people in exchange for tasks or to spark a reaction. This gives him a unique edge in terms of what he can create, and his perceived generosity has kept away the common stigma that larger channels typically face. You know the one. The greedy, shallow, arrogant, soulless cloud that hovers over channels with 10 million or more. The stigma that comes from the fact that channels like the Pauls, Rice Gum, or any other somewhat recognizable figure typically makes obnoxiously lazy content in combination with the fact they spend half the runtime shoving their money in your face. Other than channels owned by a company, this is pretty much all of the upper echelon of YouTube. But, much like PewDiePie, MrBeast has kept his channel well liked by the general populace because how he uses said money. Sure, his content brings attention to it, but only as the premise for his video topic rather than a needlessly inserted brag. But, unfortunately for MrBeast fans, this man has been lying about how he procured the money necessary to make these videos. And the truth behind it is actually a lot darker than anyone may have been led to believe. MrBeast has stated on multiple occasions that he gets his money from sponsorships, which would make sense given his channel size and the fact that he didn't start doing the expensive style of videos that people commonly associate with him until he was already popular from his quote-unquote worst intros series where he gathered up and discussed bad YouTube channel intros. In fact, I myself watched a few of these a ways back before losing touch of his channel for the next several years to the point where I didn't even recognize him. But I shouldn't blame myself. The kind-hearted man he had once been when that series was going is now gone, replaced with a true monster, wearing the husk of his old self like a Buffalo Bill-style skin suit. So that being said, the typical mildly invested viewer might be wondering exactly what I mean right now. What exactly did MrBeast do to make him rich enough to bury himself in every bulk product imaginable? There are plenty of ways to procure that amount of money in a manner that he would be compelled to keep secret, none of which are legal, of course. So let's get the elephant in the room out of the way right now. No, MrBeast is not the leader of the Russian mafia. That's Willie Mac Show. Side tangent though, Willie Mac Show is literally the worst YouTuber ever. Back in school, he used to pour soda in my milk cartons and laugh. Screw MrBeast, he's the real monster. But in all seriousness, MrBeast's money does in fact come from illegal activity, but not in a direct manner that would be so quick to trace back to him. Let me explain. As most of you know, YouTube demonetization runs rampant across the entire site, reducing the revenue of hundreds of thousands of creators who have had their videos hit for illegitimate reasons. Like, apparently being disrespectful is enough to get a video hit. Disrespectful on the internet? Please. But what's important to note about demonetization is that it doesn't disable ads completely. Money can still be earned from a demonetized video, though it's limited to advertisers who typically target mature audiences. Though YouTube has shown time and time again that that's not the audience they have or even want for that matter. So because they don't care about older audiences as much, they're fine with just demonetizing videos if it means making them look good to advertisers. But in case you're unaware, this isn't how this system actually works. Much like round earth theory, the true nature of the demonetization system is all a front put up by our content overlords to distract us from a much flatter truth. That being, the yellow dollar sign we all know and love is just a sticker they give to videos so they can redirect the ad revenue elsewhere so you'll never even notice anything was wrong. The family-friendly advertiser gimmick is all a lie, and the video is still making just as much money as it ever would be, except you're not the one getting it. That money, I believe, is being gladly lapped up by none other than good old Jimmy over here. If you've watched my channel before, you've most likely seen my most popular video, which serves as an in-depth discussion on the confusingly famous figure known as Justin Y, the man who acquired thousands of subscribers by simply seeking out popular videos to comment on by reviewing the statistics to ensure that it was gaining popularity so his name would spread, who is using the YouTube comment system to strategically demonetize thousands of videos and redirecting the ad revenue to himself with the help of YouTube, who created the demonetization system as a scare tactic, but didn't have software complex enough to accurately determine which videos deserved to be hit, and definitely didn't want to forfeit the potential money they themselves could earn from their slice of the pie, since, you know, YouTube takes 50% of ad revenue at all times. For real though, that's the division ratio. So, they enlisted the help of a notorious hacker going by the alias Neb to seek out videos to hit with the dreaded yellow dollar sign to funnel the ad revenue to himself and split the profits with YouTube. It's truly brilliant, really. December 31st also served as the origin for an elusive criminal known only by his notorious yellow calling card left at the scenes of his crimes for victims to cower at. Each had their ad revenue stolen at complete random. The prevailing theory is that the criminal is allied with YouTube itself and seeks to wipe away ads marketed towards children on videos that theoretically wouldn't be viewed by them. In fact, the content of these demonetized videos hardly matters at all. When a video is demonetized, it's usually difficult to understand why. For this reason, he has been coined the Untrusted Flagger, or NEB for short. As I mentioned, I did a video on this topic and uncovered that the hacker's true identity was none other than Justin Y, and his comments were tied to the demonetization crisis. Like evil calling cards left at a homicide, since every one of the countless trendy videos he comments on end up demonetized and killed in the algorithm. Now, as the identity of NEB himself, these clues paint a vivid image. In short, he's a guy who seeks out hundreds of videos on YouTube every day with the promise of easy revenue, has a wide circle of people following him for assistance, but most importantly, he probably hides his true identity to evade detection since his real name is associated with his employment at YouTube. So, to throw me off his trail, he made sure that my video on him stayed monetized with the best ad rates ever and became my most promoted video to date. What an evil, manipulative snake. Because I even said that when the video's ad rates bit the dust, I would have enough proof to indict him. But if he comments on this video, and by some coincidence it also ends up losing its precious ads, that's all the evidence I'll need to prosecute his ass. But it's not going to work. I know Justin Y is Neb, but that begs the question. Who is Justin Y? If you could peel back the layers of his online identity even further, you'd have a chance of discovering that Neb, aka Justin Y, is none other than Jimmy Donaldson, aka MrBeast, and that all of his financially straining videos were actually fully funded out of the pockets of countless small and innocent creators out there who had the watermark of death slapped on their video by good old Jimmy himself. Want me to prove it?
Alright, want proof? Proof MrBeast is the way he is? Well, here, I'll show you myself. And that's the mean chips, okay? Screw you. Alright, let's look at his videos. You're just gonna go, how much does, and then look at this. How much does YouTubers make? See, he knows because he's the one getting the money.
It's simple math.
And like, look, and if you go to his videos, and go all of this. Let's take a look at what's back here. Look at all of this crap. World's biggest ball of TNT. You see, he can afford that because he uses the demonetization money. How much does PewDiePie make?
He knows, because that's how he started doing it.
How much does PewDiePie make? He already made that video. Like, gotta make sure I don't swear. Otherwise, the video will get demonetized and the money will go to him. I hate PewDiePie.
Well, of course you do. And so you're happy to steal money from him.
Alright. I think we've got all the evidence we need. I think that it's a pretty cut and dry case, wouldn't you say?
And now that I have his real name, it shouldn't be at all difficult for me to send for his swift arrest and have the money returned to its 10 million or so rightful owners. But hold on, if MrBeast is truly working in collaboration with YouTube, why would he assist ER in demonetizing a video I made criticizing him?
Jargon, your video kind of majorly sucked and I hated it. And I really did not appreciate being called the N-word repeatedly, so I've sent Justin Y to demonetize it. You only have yourself to blame.
YouTube hates the guy. Why would a figure working in collaboration with YouTube themselves assist a known enemy and risk upsetting their agreement? Well, dang it, that really puts a damper in my theory. MrBeast is definitely a culprit, but I doubt a court would let that little contradiction slide, especially with the lawyers MrBeast can probably afford. Guess I'll have to consult my team. MrBeast is Justin Y and also Neb. He's been causing demonetization for years, but helped ER once. Why would someone in the pocket of YouTube help one of YouTube's known enemies?
Jargon, I thought it was obvious. MrBeast is causing demonetization and taking the money, but was never in collaboration with YouTube. In fact, he's trying to undermine Google's control on the general public by specifically demonetizing Google's puppet channels that they use to win over audiences to join their ranks, thus cutting them off from the revenue and promotion needs to spread their influence further. He's a member of the manipulative controller surveillance and is actually trying to help. Why do you think he gives back the money in his videos to other YouTubers? Are you just stupid or something?
Wow. It was staring me in the face the whole time. That is the level we are on, ladies and gentlemen.
Today I will be showing you guys the true colors of MrBeast. Who he is, what he stands for, and whether or not his challenges are real. Yeah, keep watching.
MrBeast 6000, yeah, you know his name. He changed it once or twice, but I think it's here to stay.
Welcome to the video, guys, and oh my gosh, thank you for clicking on this video. Now let's get into this because I don't waste time. I give you guys what you clicked on because that's just what I do. From faking money to faking challenges, MrBeast has faked, well, right about everything. Let's start with a video that you guys might not have seen before.
We just need more money, so we're grabbing some more out of our briefcases.
You know where you keep your money?
Jake, here's some more funds. There you go. Marcus, here you go. This is Ty. We were struggling with all the traffic, so we got another teller. There you go, Ty. I want all this money gone.
Gone?
Gone.
Do your best.
Go up to one of those guys having an argument and tell them you need $1,000. She needs money. She needs $1,000. Come use the money box. It'll be easier.
Oh, the
Give away this money. Shove it all in there.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
What are you gonna do with all this money, man?
Buy a car.
Buy a car, huh? Stupid lady.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
What are you gonna do with all this money, man?
Buy a car.
Did you see it? Did you notice it? No, I'm not talking about her. Okay, I get it. Maybe you didn't see it. Let me slow it down for you guys. Just look at this. Look at this footage. Tell me what you guys see. You got to have noticed that. Okay, did you guys see it? Did you guys see what she's holding? Oh my gosh, that's not a real $1 bill. That literally says motion pictures on it. Now you guys get why I called her stupid? Do you not feel the money? It's literally fake money. It doesn't get more fake than that. But I'll give it to him. He did explain why he used fake money.
Oh, now listen, everyone is spamming me that you're giving away fake money and your videos are fake. What is going on with that?
Okay, so I assume you're referring to the new video where I give away money, open a bank, that video?
Yeah.
Okay, so basically, I mean, just here's the gist of it, right? I rented a bank and I bought a billboard saying free money, and I put up advertisements saying free money at this bank. Didn't say it was me, just, you know, that there's free money at this bank. So I got hundreds of people to show up. And just long story short, you know, if you have hundreds of people in the location and you're just handing out tons of money, if you're handing out actual real money, there's safety and security risks. Like, imagine when I hand someone 10 grand, they walk out the other door and all these people see they have 10 grand. Like, just as a responsible person, I can't do that.
Right.
So in this video in particular, we just used prop money, right? Which look completely real. There's no difference. So when I hand them money, they have authentic reactions. And these people, I didn't know, they're just random. They came from the ad. They have reactions. They cry. We hand them 10 grand. And then right when they get off camera, as they're about to leave, we had someone stop them and be like, hey, that's prop money. Here's an actual check for that, so you're not walking around with $10,000 in real cash.
Yeah, so the shit's a show. It's a show. It's an act. It's a front. That much we know just by watching that clip. Whether or not, yeah, the cameras are off, that's when we give them the check. Motherfucker, you could have given them a check from the start. You could have fucking handed them the cash and been like, ah, that cash is fake. They'll be like, wait, what? Be like, here's the check, that's for real. But the whole thing is fishy. I don't believe it. I don't even think that motherfucker got all that money that that dude's all claiming he got. I think that this dude's an actor, and this is all just a decoy to get the motherfuckers to chase the American dream, or chase the motherfucking dream all together, because YouTube isn't just America. I don't know. I think this dude gives the Masons hope. This is a Mason hope influencer to keep chasing that dollar. He is not trying to destroy slavery. How much videos have I actually seen this dude help homeless people out? There are some videos where he does supposedly help these homeless people out. Whether or not it's all real, fake, I can't tell you, because I'm not no motherfucking godlike person, which doesn't exist in my books. So I can never tell you the truth. I tell you, I don't trust the motherfucking shit. I don't trust these motherfucking actors that put on a motherfucking show for us. That's all. So these homeless people that he's helped on, what, 3% of his videos? Maybe 2% of his videos? Or is it more than that? Somebody do the math. Tell me, what percent of videos does this dude really help the homeless on? I see this motherfucker helping slaves out. Wealthy slaves. With money. He helps slaves out with a dream of becoming more of a slave. After he's done helping you out, you're gonna go off and chase that motherfucking almighty dollar that tracks everything that you buy, which they create for you in the first place, or they stolen from you. And this motherfucker is gonna give you hope. Dreams. Money dreams.